And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to beautiful Merrill Blackburn Field here on the historic grounds of England Air Park, where it is time for baseball at the Burn. This afternoon's contest features the visiting Airline Vikings coming in to see the Grace Christian Warriors out of district game for these squads this afternoon, trying to get some of those power rankings, and Airline needs a lot of help to get in. I think they were 7 spots out when we saw them.
Wow.
And Grace Christian sitting at number 2. Again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome out to Grace Christian Baseball, 446 Sports presentation of it. I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. Chuck, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Great to be back out here on the England Air Park, home of the Merrill Blackburn Field,
Right.
The Burn, as you call it.
The Burn, it is.
Beautiful skies. See hardly any clouds, and it's definitely not blocking that sun that's beaming in here and blistering my top of my little noggin.
Look, a big shout out to the folks here that built this little roof on here.
Yes.
I was concerned about that, but we've got quite the little perch out here. Nick and them talk a lot about theirs over at Menard, but I'm telling you, this has got to be the cream of the crop.
Well, I like mine so much that it's mobile.
You just take it with you.
Yes, like
Matter of fact, you brought it with you today.
I did.
So
Just
how
never know.
about that? Grace comes into this one excited and ready to go to work. They beat Rapides last night on the road. They win that one 7-2. Seth Cook, another couple of home runs. And I don't know, Chuck, if there's anybody hotter at hitting the baseball right now than Seth Cook.
I don't know. There's a lot going on out there in the world, but he is ripping and roaring and sending them over the fence.
Indeed, he is, and missed the game Tuesday night because of the rain, but it will be made up tomorrow. That Westgate game has been scratched, that afternoon contest, and they will welcome in the Mustangs of Rapides at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. Saturday night baseball, and we'll be here to bring you each and every pitch along the way, getting ready to get things going out here. We'll have our Velar and Green starting lineup for you. Leading off for the Warriors and behind the dish is Cody Davis. Batting second, playing right field, Braden Wells. Batting third, playing first base, Canyon Wright. At shortstop, batting cleanup number 1, Maddox Adelise. Playing second base, the aforementioned Seth Cook. He wears 25, and he'll play second base. On the hill tonight for the Warriors, Brady McDaniel wears number 19, and he'll bat 6th. Logan Markle plays center field. The 8th grader roams center field as good as a lot of them have in the past. Talon Epnet will play left field and bat 8th. And Jack Powell, the third senior starter for the Warriors tonight, will bat 9th, and he will play third base and wear number 3. For Airline, the Vikings, Bo Carter will play shortstop and lead off. Brock Jordan plays right field. Jack Henry Smith, first base. On the hill, the right-hander Drew Robinson will throw tonight and bat cleanup. Aiden Hahn plays third base and bats 5th. Jack Horton is behind the dish. He wears 29 and plays bats 6. Crew Chandler at second base. Silas Enders at center field, and Micah Johnson. And now our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through that night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Old Gloria's there, and we are ready to get this thing going. You'll see the Warriors make their way out here. Again, leading off for Airline is Carter Jordan and Jack Henry Smith. The first baseman due up for Airline. Airline out of that district up Shreveport way. If you're curious about that, Benton is there, Natchitoches Central is there. Captain Shreve is that way. They are in Division I non-select. And the Warriors are making their way out onto the field. Let's look at that Warrior defense once again for you. In left field is Talon Epnat. In center field, Logan Markle. In right field is Braden Wells. Third base is Jack Powell. At shortstop is Maddox Adelise. There we go. Now we're ready to get this thing going. Second base is Seth Cook. Over at first is Canyon Wright. And the battery tonight for your Warriors. Behind the dish, Cody Davis. And on the hill, all he did was go out and beat Northwood Shreveport the other night. The number 3 team, I think, at that point in Division I. Pitches 6 1/3 innings and had to get a little bit of relief, but the 8th grader just dealt in that game.
Beautiful work. I've seen those Warriors out here battle many a times, and like you said, from 8th grade on up, they just battle.
Well, you've got another 8th grader there just off to the right of the screen playing center field and pitching there. If you'll move that camera just a little bit, you'll find Logan Markle that's there. Braden Wells, the freshman, again, the youth that is out there. Good shot by Davis. That's one of the better throws that we've seen, who has struggled throwing the ball down to second at times. It's been off and on, but of late he has been locked in, it seems like, and we're ready to go. Should be a spirited afternoon. Look, kudos and a big shout out goes to Coach Jacob Ladner that they had a little problem with the lawnmower, and boy, he was mowing this thing right up until game time was going on. But it is game time. Brady set to deliver, and first pitch tonight is 6:03. Squaring around to bunt, and that's a good one, but Powell charges it nicely. Double clutches, throws over to first in time for the first out, and that's good work by Powell to come up and play that one. Carter first pitch bunt attempt, and they'll score that 5-3. And that will bring up, we didn't even have a chance to announce Bo Carter, the shortstop, is who grounded out there. Brock Jordan, the right fielder, bats from the left side. He misses that one away. Does McDaniel. 1-0 count here. Top of the first, just underway. Here's a delivery from McDaniel. That one kind of a check swing, and it's ball 2 as it misses down low. Gets away from Davis. So, yeah, big shout out to Coach Ladner, who got out here and got the finishing touches on manicuring this fine field.
We're 2-0.
McDaniel with the 2-0 count, correct, on Brock Jordan. Delivers this one, and it misses down low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. After a 1-pitch, 1 out, he's thrown 3 out of the zone to Jordan, the right fielder. Brady comes set and delivers this one. Misses that one down low in a 4-pitch walk. And that sends Jordan to first base. And Jack Henry Smith, the first baseman, will stand in there. Another one of those that bats from the left side. Airline 4-6 in district play this season. 31 in the power ranking, so a lot of work to do before the season is over with to make it up into that top 24. That one misses up high as well. And that's 5 straight out of the zone now for the 8th grader. Boy, the shift is on. Look, you've got Adelise to the left side of second base already, so they are playing him drastically to pull. Coach Brown and those coaches have studied something. So you've got Adelise, the only one at third base, and he is, or the only one on the right side of the infield as we look at it, and he is hugged up close to the base to prevent any sort of a bunt down the line. Good looking pitch there, and that breaks a string of 5 straight out of the zone for the young right-hander for the Warriors. But, Chuck, you notice that very exaggerated shift. They are playing into pull. As a matter of fact, Markle is directly in front of where we are.
Yeah, kind of between second base and second baseman.
Yeah, he's, goodness. And he normally plays about that same distance between those two. But they're, gosh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side of second base. Here comes a delivery now from McDaniel. Off and running as a pitch out, throw down. Told you he's throwing the ball a lot better and in time, and got him. Good work from Cody Davis, as that's going to be a caught stealing, and they ring it up upstairs. In fact, they do. That is the second out of the game, or second out of the inning, and they're still playing Smith over to pull. Nothing's changed there.
I cleared my count, so what are we at?
Never
mind.
Doesn't matter. That one lifted high, and Wellesley's camping out under it. He's going to pull it in there, and Markle was right behind him for the miss. 3 pitches there, an 8-pitch inning for McDaniel, and he'll take that in there. It was a walk and a caught stealing. 2 up for the Warriors in the bottom half of the first. It is Cody Davis, Braden Wells, and Canyon Wright when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back. Bottom of the first finds Cody Davis, Braden Wells, and Canyon Wright due up for the Warriors. They will go against Drew Robinson. We saw him out here warming up and throwing the ball well. And you can tell a pitcher that knows what he's doing, getting loose. He was out doing mostly, a lot of times you'll see the pitchers throwing from there, but he was out doing long toss, getting that arm loosened up and ready to go. Warriors looking to build off of their late season momentum. Remember, they had that win against Northwood Shreveport and then beat Delcom on back-to-back days, beat Rapides yesterday in that Thursday affair, and will look to take down another 5A opponent tonight if they can beat Airline, but a lot of baseball. And we're just getting settled in to this one. Cody Davis will stand in there. Cody hit one out in that Northwood Shreveport game.
Indeed, he did.
Got out here. He vowed that I don't need to be out here because he hit the ball out when I wasn't here.
Yes.
It was just Chuck.
That's coincidentally my very first email.
Just Chuck?
It's just Chuck.
How about that?
There's a story behind that.
At AOL.com?
No, I thought, no. Was it Gmail? I was at Gmail, yeah.
That one right down the pipe as well. And quickly, 0-2 on Davis.
So the funny thing is my real name is actually Chuck. I was named after one of my dad's friends.
Okay.
And so all through school, it was my teachers would always tell me, no, write your full name. Is it Charles? It's Charlie? It's got to be something else. I said,
it's just Chuck. There you go.
So, yeah.
Nice. 1-2 offering now from Robinson.
2-1.
On its way. 1-2.
Okay.
Evens it. That's out on strikes. Cody didn't have the bat off his shoulder there and takes the K looking. Braden Wells will stand in there. B. Wells who brought that last one in there to end the inning on that lazy fly to right field. Stand in there. Robinson primarily, or has only been from the stretch in this one. He's throwing that, getting that low strike call today, so you know that Robinson will stay there.
Absolutely. Why not? When your bread is buttered, go ahead and keep eating it.
That one misses up and out of the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. And so he went away from the low one. But again, you can't groove it every time right there because these big power hitters will eat it up after a while. Speaking of bread and butter.
Pickles.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one gets away from the catcher, but no one on. So just 2 balls and strike. You see no score there on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down in the bottom left-hand corner. Big thanks out to those guys for doing that. Valex Federal Credit Union you see over in the right-hand corner. They are our full-time title sponsors. So big thanks out to Valex Federal Credit Union. 3 balls and a strike now to Wellesley.
Doug, I may have to go get my hat out of the truck.
All right. That one grounded foul, and that will fill things up. I don't understand it. I'm not having to go get a hat. I don't see the magnitude of the sun there. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Braden. Good job, good quality at bat. That one is ground to second base where he's going to field it from his knee over in time to first for the out. And quickly 2 up and 2 down, score that 4-3. Good job by Crew Chandler to stay down on that one. And big time Canyon Wright stands in there. Big time Canyon Wright, the junior first baseman slash pitcher slash power hitter slash all of the above, takes that first pitch up high. Ball 1.
Up high, he says.
Up high. I've had to work on that a little bit. Had a good time, speaking of that, out at as that one is delivered and fouled off, out at LCU on Tuesday night, I guess, when the game was rained out here. We picked up the mobile video station and moved it over to LCU in Pineville. And we're able to do the Red River Rivalry softball style. Saw some great softball in that doubleheader. They split that. That one splits out of the that window in 1 ball and 2 strikes. So LSUA wins the first game 5-4. LCU takes the nightcap 7-2, 8-2.
8-2.
In that one, 8-2 in that one.
Yeah, commanding.
That Canyon stayed back on that when he grounds the ball over to shortstop. Coming up, throwing 3 up, 3 down for Robinson and the Vikings in this one. Due up for Airline when we come back is the pitcher Drew Robinson, third baseman Aiden Hahn, who just made that play, and Jack Horton behind the dish when we come back.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we are back to Merrill Blackburn Field here at Josh Brown Stadium. Drew Robinson stands in there ready to go. So as you walk in the gate here tonight, Small Town Snow, SNEAUX, was outside. That's the snow cone vendor that's been out here a lot throughout the year. And we were able to visit with him as well. Good-looking curveball from McDaniel in there for strike 1. And of all the flavors in there, Chuck and I both went with the strawberry cheesecake.
Very tasty.
But that one lifted high and over to Ebnet, who's coming up. Don't think he saw it at first, but comes up and grabs that one. A fine play on coming up in that one, and that is a fly ball to left for the first out. It's 4 in a row now, and that will bring Aiden Hahn, H-A-W-N, Hahn. Another one of these lefties that stands in there for Airline. And again, the big shift is on against these guys. And I'll tell you a little bit more about why that is. That one misses outside, ball one. So you don't see the big, hard fastball a lot from Brady. And so with that, you think that they're going to be able to get around and pull him. And that's what leads to that exaggerated shift.
I didn't hear the call on that last pitch.
2-0. That one grabs the outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. So anyway, small town snow. Make sure when you see the little green trailer, you go by. He'll be out at Ward 9 Complex in Pineville tomorrow for Rapides Junior Runners. That one misses somewhere at the top of the zone, and I'm not sure where. But it'll be out there for the Rapides Junior Runners. There's Red River Soccer. There's a lot of things going on. So if you see the little small town snow green trailer, make sure you check it out.
And I can tell you, it's shaved ice. It's not crushed. Shaved ice snow cones.
Another walk issued by Brady McDaniel, and that will bring Jack Horton, the catcher. Last runner that was on base at all, the only runner that was on base, was erased by the caught stealing. So we think Airline may be careful trying to run. They think they've got something figured out with the slow delivery to the plate. But Cody makes up for it there, and another one out of the zone. And now what you have to do, if you have that strawberry cheesecake or any of them, you have the wedding cake, the cookies and cream, whatever it is, most of the time for the cream they use that sweetened condensed milk, right?
Right.
So good one. That's going to be lifted right here to where we're at. B. Wells coming up and get it and looking for the runner to take off to third, but he doesn't do it. That's the game's first hit, and that is by the catcher, Jack Horton. That will get Aiden Hahn to second base, and that is a base hit to right field. A little oppo work there. So 2 walks and a base hit for Airline. Walk and a base hit in this inning for them. They've got some trouble brewing with 1 down in the top of the second. So they make their own cream, though. It's the sweetened condensed milk, and it's mixed with, I don't know what else.
Something else.
Something else, some concentrate, something on there. But I encourage you, if you get that, add that to it as well.
Just
because
a couple
it
of pumps.
changes the complexion of it entirely.
Yeah, it adds, you talk about that cheesecake, it has that creaminess.
That one, they stayed back on that. Powell's got that one over to second, and Seth slid into there, got that foot. Seth unable to get out of there in time. So it is a fielder's choice credited to Crew Chandler. He'll reach on a fielder's choice. Horton is retired for the second out, and that was 6-4 on the put out there. Chandler reaches on the fielder's choice, and Hahn over to third, and that brings up Silas Indris. Indris, the center fielder, bats from the right side for this Viking team. Thought maybe Powell could have raced back to the bag and nipped the leadoff runner, but was trying to get the double play. And now Cody will come out and do something. We've seen the Warriors throw through on this a time or two, trying to get the out if that runner takes off going from first base. And they've given up a run a time or two when they've done that.
It's back. Tough teeth, he says.
There's the delivery. That curveball's lifted high up. Net should be there. Markle is camping out under it, though, in center field, and that will retire the side. The fly ball out is thrown there. Indris, the center fielder, hits it to Markle, the center fielder, and that retires the side. But the game's first base hit is there. Airline leaves a couple of batters on. Due up in the bottom of the second when Grace Christian comes to bat, Maddox Adelise, the hot-hitting Seth Cook, and Brady McDaniel. All of that when we come back on 446 Sports.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Mattis Adderley stands in there, and well, I'm telling you, if Coach Brown gives end of the year awards, there's nobody that's gonna. I mean, he's got to be there for that Dirtbag Award, that most passionate, because he plays with as much fire and as much passion as anybody on this squad does,
Yes.
bar none.
Yes. 0 bars at all.
That one again taken down for a low strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. We've seen the baseman getting called a lot this afternoon. That one too low. That's more in that storm cellar, I guess, is what that is, than the basement. So it misses. 2 balls and a strike to Adelise. Adelise uses that old number 2 pencil bat. Hayden Travinsky made it famous. That one right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Doug, do you know why they say running the bags? Do you know why they call them that?
The bags?
Or the bases, or you used to call them running the bags.
That one fouled, bag out of play. And Chuck, okay, I'll go ahead.
So, okay, I've been trying to keep up with some of the stuff that y'all talk about with the language of
cliches, baseballisms, baseballisms.
Yeah, the verbism and whatnot.
2 ball, 2 strike offering. Taken
wow.
Inside, and you saw that. And they call that in the river, and I think it was on the banks of the river is where that one was. But that's going to be a strikeout looking.
It might have even been in the loading dock.
That was up on the dock. So anyway, back to you, Chuck.
So back in.
Now, I may have to interrupt you with this home run call from Seth here momentarily.
In the 1800s, they used to fill canvas bags with sand or sawdust.
Okay.
And that's what they would use to go play baseball with. They'd fill them up and go set them out. And so that's where the original term came from, running the bags.
That one swung on and missed, nothing in 2 quickly. Well, there you go, Chuck. That's a good baseballism from you.
I'm working on it.
You heard a lot of them last night with Coach Barry Roberts and I. That one lifted high. It's back. It is gone. Home run. Seth Cook. Oh, baby, put a charge in that one. And Chuck, I told you, might have to interrupt you in your story there to call that home run from Seth Cook. You get a good look at him there, and oh, my, what a shot.
Indeed. And all you can see was the left fielder out there just watching fly over. Out here at the airport, what a thing to see, flying over the airport.
Where else would you have a flyover? That is a home run and an RBI for Seth Cook. And the first, go ahead, Chuck, that's the first what? It's the first run on the Wallace Associates scoreboard.
Caught me off a little bit out of practice there. First points, first run.
That's right. Brady Mack stands in there ready to go to work. He is on the hill tonight, now staked with a 1-0 lead following that Seth Cook bomb. And I don't even know that dialed in is intense enough to say the way that Seth Cook is swinging the bat.
He is just on the mark with it.
Brady hits that one to the right and out of play over that fence that comes in and blocks off behind the visitors' dugout on the first baseline.
Is it 0-2 now?
It is.
Okay.
That one misses up out of the zone. You like that? I changed it up a little bit.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, Seth flat hammered that one, and that's another chop up. Brady swings through that one. 2 down in this one now. So Robinson has 2 strikeouts in this inning, but it's sandwiched around that big Seth Cook bomb to left field. Boy, did he hammer that one. Logan Markle, the center fielder, stands in there. Another one of those 8th graders. Swung through that one. And Robinson not fooling around anymore after that home run to Cook. I don't know that Seth will get an opportunity to swing a whole lot more. That one right down the pipe.
We've seen several squads after somebody homers off of them. They don't want any more of that business.
Well, I mean, you look at it. He had 2 home runs yesterday in that game against a very, very talented Craig Chamberlain. That one up the middle, diving stop. They're going to have a chance. It bounces around and in time for the out, and Markle is down on a fine play. Shortstop to first, slides to his left, comes up throwing, and what a play that was to net Markle down the way. One hit, one run. It is that solo shot from Seth Cook that does it. Warriors lead it after the second 1-0. Due up for Airline, Micah Johnson, and then back to the top of the order in Carter and Jordan. We'll do all of that when we come back. You're watching high school baseball on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
And we are back here at Merrill Blackburn Field. You see Maddox Adelise and the hero for the moment, Seth Cook. We'll get a good look at Cook, the senior second baseman and pitcher and shortstop and first baseman and wherever you need him. But right now, the hottest home run hitter, hottest hitter, period, in what I've seen. Good curveball in there, not able to bunt that one. And this is Micah Johnson, the left fielder. And it's in there for strike one from McDaniel. That one is bunted out in front of the plate. Brady's got it now, going to go over to first, and in time for the out. Bang, bang play over at first, but good work fielding his position. Again, want to thank Coach Barry Roberts of LCU, the Lady Wildcats softball, for joining us in the booth last night and hanging out and watching some softball. And we had went out and called that doubleheader on Tuesday night, so able to spend some good quality time with them. We'll do that again the first week of May, Chuck, when the Red River Athletic Conference comes to town. It's a joint venture between LSUA and LCU. Curveball is hammered over to third base, and that eats up Jack Powell. It's going to bounce around. Nobody's going to be able to get it. Score that an infield single. I mean, that's the problem with coming up on that ball. Goodness, that ate Jack up.
Hey, going over there to check on him, make sure he's okay. You know, it was fun about last night too. It was last night with.
Last night was Tioga, yes.
Yeah, with Coach Roberts. You know, I went fishing and I caught 2 whales last night.
It was a lot of fun talking baseball with my old buddy Coach Barry Roberts in his 6th season at Louisiana Christian University. Good curveball is in there following that base hit from Carter. So 2 hits given up from McDaniel. Starts off Jordan with a strike. Brock Jordan walked his last time up. Well, it was a good job of Powell just to knock that down. I think it might have knocked him down. One or the other. It got on him in a hurry.
Thought it came off of his knee, but it came off of him pretty hard. I didn't really hear it hit anything, but.
So it comes off of him, and all the way over here where Seth had a chance to field the ball at second base.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike to Brock Jordan. Runner at first is Carter. And that waits on that curveball, and it's ground right up the middle. Markle's going to come up and field that one. But this one trip through the lineup, and Airline is starting to see that they've got to hold back and wait on that curveball, and they're hitting the ball pretty well. Carter goes over to second base, and Brock Jordan is on with the single, back-to-back singles for Jack Henry Smith. He flew out to center field his last time up, and the Warrior outfielders are giving the hard-hitting first baseman for the Vikings a lot of room. But you see why they play them to pull the ball, because when they wait on that curveball, that's what happens. Squaring around to bunt and pushes that the other way, and that's just about as great of a technique as you'll find. You know the one way to get around the shift, Chuck?
How is it?
Bunt it to the other side of the field, and they did just that, and that ought to may try to get them out of that shift just a little bit. 3 consecutive singles, and that's got the bases loaded for the pitcher and cleanup hitter Drew Robinson, who would like nothing more than to get back that one run that he gave up.
Yes, they would. Now you got touch any bag at this point in home.
Runners are in at the fielders are in at the corners. They're at double play depth up the middle, looking to turn 2 there. The pitch out just in case there was a squeeze that was happening. And it's like Sharman, they not squeezing this time.
No, indeed.
Misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Beautiful, beautiful sky out here at Grace Christian. Clouds starting to creep in just a little bit. That one bounces right off of the chest protector of Davis, who does a good job there, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So nowhere to put him for Daniel. You don't want to give in to him. But got to think about that just a little bit. Airline second trip through, looking at Brady. Timeout is called there by Robinson. He'll step out and look down at his coach just a minute. Climb back in the box, and we're ready to go here. 2-0 count to Drew Robinson. Bases are loaded, 1 down. That one lifted over here to B. Wells. He's coming up. Going to lay out for it and doesn't get it. The ball is on the ground. But the runners did have to go and hold up. B. Wells made a real good effort at it, going to get that one, but was unable to do that. Nearly had a nice out. Got to mark that another single. That's an RBI and a base hit.
Presented a
Carter.
Go ahead.
Is there. Jordan goes to second, and Robinson now at first for Aiden Hahn, who had a walk back in the first.
I was just going to say he presented a good argument to keep those base runners there that didn't come up real quick with it.
That's right. This one of those good old-fashioned examples of station to station here for the Vikings of Airline, and that's going to bring Coach Keene out, I believe. Chuck, if you focus in there just a little bit on. Yeah, Coach Keene comes out to visit with Brady, who has given up following that ground ball up the middle. He's given up 4 consecutive singles, and we're tied at 1 apiece now. So that just shows you, Chuck, the different ways that runs can be scored. Seth does his on 1 swing of the bat, and 4 batters later, it's tied at 1-1. It was a heck of an effort out there. That was
yes.
Tremendous work by B. Wells. I mean, he was just an inch or 2 away from that. I believe the run still scores on that because the runner was tagging, but would have been another out. Standing in there, Aiden Hahn, we said H-A-W-N.
Oh.
Good-looking pitch in there from McDaniel.
A little shiftiness out here in the outfield.
Oh, yeah, they've got it. Look,
back and forth.
To the left of where we are.
Yeah, almost straight behind second baseman. If you're looking from home, come through second through Seth there.
Yeah, and Adley's just nearly on top of the bag at second base. Pitch out there again, thinking squeeze was Coach Brown. So they evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Warriors going to be difficult to turn a double play here with that exaggerated shift on, but you'd take a home to first out of this anyway. You want to get one back to Brady. That's right up the middle. Going to be covered up there, and only place to go is over to first, but that's going to get another run in. And again, I told you that's why it was difficult to have that. That's a fielder's choice, but it is an RBI, and that will score Brock Jordan. Jack Henry Smith makes his way over to third, and Drew Robinson to second. So erase the runner at first, runner at second, third, 2 down, and Markle sprints back over there now to left center field.
Yeah. Vikings kind of tooting their own horns there with the bases loaded and making plays that they were wanting to.
Indeed. Good curveball is trouble. They're calling fair ball, and it comes up playing. It looked like they thought it was a foul ball.
That's what I thought I heard him say.
Thought we heard him say that, but instead that's Jack Powell who comes up and makes a big-time play. Score that one 5-3 for the putout. But it's 4 base hits, 2 runs, 2 men left on for Airline. They take a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. Due up for the Warriors, it's Talon Ebnet, Jack Powell, and Cody Davis. When we come back.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
And we are back to Merrill Blackburn Field. And Chuck, let me tell you, where's the farthest place that you think that we've done a game to? Not from, but to, because Iowa is the furthest we've been.
We've done one too. Help me out. I'm not sure I'm following what you're telling me.
What
there.
country?
Oh, that's watched us from.
Yes.
I know the Philippines has watched.
Indeed. So Canyon's mom, Nikki, is watching from Thailand. They're in Thailand today. So a big shout out to Nikki right there in Thailand that is watching. And I don't know what time it is there, but I mean it's 6:30 here, so I don't know.
Somewhere.
It's got to be sometime in the morning, I would think, over there. I don't know. I bet you she'll tell us. So you got to get up pretty early to watch that game.
Yes.
Leading off the bottom of the third, Talon Ebnet will stand in there. He is the Warrior left fielder.
And hello, and thank you for watching.
That's right. I don't know how you say hello in Thailand.
Hello.
I know how you
in
say
Thailand.
hello to Thailand.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses down low. Don't forget, we are back at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes.
This Sunday night at 5 o'clock.
Didn't realize how much I missed that.
You miss. Let me ask you this: do you miss Buffalo Wild Wings, or do you miss the honey sriracha wings or the burger at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Well, all of those are evident of
why you
Buffalo
miss
Wild
completely
Wings.
the place. I got you.
But I do miss our shows out there because there's a lot of chatter that's going on out there, and you learn a lot. And
so here's a well-known fact. You remember the Blazing Wing Challenge several weeks ago?
Yes, we do.
And Menard Softball won that over Menard Baseball. Is that correct?
Absolutely, they did.
Menard Softball has won 14 straight since that moment. You remember they were 5-10 at that point. They're 19-10 now and moved up to number 5 in the rankings.
Oh, my.
I'm just throwing that out there to you.
Yes.
I'm not trying to say anything. Squaring around is Powell. And there's a quick throw back over to first, and Talon diving in safely.
Well, you know, it's we always learned in our church time was that where 2 or more people are gathered, there will be something to eat.
Indeed it is. That was off, and what a good read by Talon. I mean, he sees that ball just off the dirt, and he is off and running. I'm telling you what, this young man in his baseball IQ is just solid. Jack takes that one outside. It does miss, and that is, what is that, 2 balls and no strikes?
Yeah, 2 no. That's what I've got.
That one, inner half, 2 balls and a strike to Powell.
And we learned that, I learned that from Coach Roberts, who he was talking about how being aware of how that ball's leaving their hand, kind of reading the pitch as it's coming out of those hands.
Got to read it. That bunt is down and good, and nobody over there covering first. Got to go to third. Oh, and they get him at third. They turn around, and boy, Coach Brown is aggravated. Look to throw to first, but they're going to get Ebnet over at third base. So that's going to be scored a fielder's choice, but my goodness.
There's a conference on the grass.
And there's no way that they overturn anything on here. Brown's just giving him a little bit of the business there, and we find out it is 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Over in
difference.
Thailand. So 12-hour difference that you got it, Chuck. So early Saturday morning baseball. Who needs cartoons? Get up and watch a little Grace Christian baseball.
Well, I'll talk about the world and the timelines, and there's longitude, latitude, and whatnot. There's one that goes through Greenwich, England, and it's called the Prime Meridian, is where the day starts.
Oh, there you have it.
And the one on the
opposite. You
opposite,
said prime rib?
Prime Meridian.
Oh, all right.
So the one on the opposite side of the world, completely opposite, is called the anti-meridian. So if you think about, we have a PM and an AM.
Right.
Well, there you go.
Huh. And you said you couldn't learn anything from watching a broadcast from 446 Sports. Well, there you have it. Cody Davis stands in there ready to go to work. Hammers this with a third base. Double clutches there, so that'll probably stop the double play opportunity. And Cody is there, but he's going to be on with the fielder's choice. As Powell, who reached on a fielder's choice, is now out on the fielder's choice. So we had a walk and a runner on and 2 fielder's choices, and we have just the runner at first base. So a good piece of pitching here from Drew Robinson. And you hear the chatter going on back there behind home plate.
Chuckles, Mike. Things you hear might make you chuckle.
He said we're not going to talk about it anymore, but I beg to differ. We'll talk about it a little bit more. It was hard to tell that, though, but what a great play by Airline.
I mean, from our position, we can't see how far the guy's arm was when he slid into third. So, and on that side, obviously, Coach Brown sees a little bit better. The umpire being in the field wouldn't.
I'll always offer the concession that those guys that are right beside the plate see it better than we do. Ground ball to third. If it bounces, oh, what a great play to come up there. And let me tell you, that is a perfect case of Aiden Hahn coming up and playing the ball and not letting it play him. He comes up and makes a fantastic, fantastic play. Braden Wells retired 5-3 for the third out of the inning. We will move to the goodness. Are we moving to the fourth already, Chuck? Already moving to the fourth. Due up for Airline is Crew Chandler, Silas Indris, and Micah Johnson when we come back.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
We're back to the top of the fourth. Chandler, Indris, and Johnson do up. I'd take our opportunity to see who's watching us over on Facebook.
Hey.
James Setta Middleton is there. Antonia Price is there. Janet Ground, Sandra Ladner, Jeremy Cross, Shane Lemoyne, Ashley Cherry is there. Nikki Wright, we said, is watching from Thailand. She wins the award for furthest away. Anthony Hahn is there. He shared it early. Thank you, Mr. Hahn. Carolyn Futrell is there. Dolores Good, Kayla Thomas, Lena Epnet, Carolyn Futrell, we said, and a host of others. So thank you for that, for watching us, letting us know where you're watching from, and give us a follow on there if you'd like to. 1 ball and no strikes to Chandler.
Doug, you reading those names out? That was a strike in there. You reading those names out remind me of the old days of sitting in front of the TV around that Christmas time
and
approaching.
Adam is watching, and John is watching, and
Santa
little
Claus
Susie's
reading off.
watching.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Curveball misses low, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike. Look, I don't know if it's one of the best baseball names, but you walk up there with a name like Crew Chandler. Crew.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be playing. That one hammered out to left field, way back. It is up. Leaping catch. No, it's over the fence and gone. And did I call? I mean, with a name like that, you got to be able to hit the ball out of the park, and he does just that.
And he does.
Goodness gracious. Reached on a fielder's choice earlier, but got up and got that one and sent that over the fence, and it is 3-1 here. Airline has the lead. That will bring to the plate Silas Endress, retired back in the second, but a leadoff home run here in the fourth gives a 2-run lead to Airline. Good looking curveball in there. Now, I will tell you, Brady McDaniel settles down usually after giving up a hit like that. He steps off down. We'll relook at things. Don't know that Brown's going to let it get too much further as we get towards the second half of this ball game. Had in some trouble last time with the wall with those singles that he gave up. 4 consecutive hits, gave up a couple of runs on it. There's that curveball, and that's it. Those 2 pitches, Chuck, probably the best 2 curveballs that we have seen from Brady here in the game. There's the pitch. And that one ground over in between Powell and Adelise for another base hit. And may have to look at something different. They are able to really get around on the off-speed, slower stuff of McDaniel. Let's see what Brown's able to do. That is back-to-back base hits for the Vikings, and 6 of the last 9 batters have had base hits. Micah Johnson will stand in there. He had that ground ball back to McDaniel in the third, in part of that big inning that 7 men came to bat for Airline. Squaring to bunt and nothing doing. I don't know if that was a pitch out. It looked like it had a little break to it, so I don't know that you would throw the curveball for the pitch out, but needless to say, up and out of the zone for ball 1. I really don't believe you can give him a 3rd trip through. Micah Johnson represents the 9th batter. And
I would think they're
batting out of the 9 spot.
They would definitely have timing set by that point.
Squaring around the bunt, lays this one down, and it is a foul ball. And Cody let it bounce one extra time, wanted to get it off that hop and get it over to first base, but it just dropped and went back.
Yeah.
Old Hickory, Tennessee is checking in with us.
Wow.
Kinder is checking in with us, so there you go. Look, if you have not given us a follow, we went up at over 7,000 followers just this week, actually, is when it was. So share this, let a friend know, and we've got high school sports all throughout the school season. Gosh, this makes, what is it, broadcast number 286 for the year that we've done?
I think you're right. Oh, no.
Oh, and that one is thrown away, and that's going to get Endress down to second base. And Canyon threw last night, so you don't expect you'll see Canyon. You got a game tomorrow, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Maddox or Markle come in there, depending on who he plans on going with tomorrow. You got to keep it. You got to keep it close here. There's a lot of power points if you can get this win out of this, but right now you got to shut some things down. They will get back to. Oh, no, correction. This is still Micah Johnson that stands in there. That was the
still 1-1 on
the ball thrown away. Yeah, because it was an errant pickoff attempt.
Did I get credit for a stolen base?
No, that's an error. That one nearly to the backstop. And Brady, you hear him getting encouragement there from the side.
third baseman on his way down on his horse.
Yep, and they did a good job. Adley's getting over there from shortstop. Ben Horn watching from Henderson, Texas. Boy, they all over the place watching a little high school baseball here in Central Louisiana, and thank you very much for that.
Have no fear, folks. I'll have a joke for you here in just a little bit.
Oh, my goodness. Mute coming in 3, 2. Squaring around the bunt. That one swung on and missed there on the bunt. 2 balls and a strike. Did attempt at it, did Johnson. They're trying to get him over to third base. 2 strikes, yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah. I'm not as quick on it as maybe they are upstairs. Got a few other things going on.
That's right.
But it evens the count up.
Indeed it does. That was your joke of the day. I'll take that one. There's the delivery. 2-2. Misses low. Fills it up.
And that odds the count out.
And Brady in danger of walking another hitter here. What a tremendous performance a week ago against Northwood Shreveport, and not getting support offensively that he had in that game. That one up high, misses ball 4, and that will get back to the top of the Airline lineup with runners at first and second. Already 1 run in. That was the Crew Chandler home run.
See somebody going out to the bullpen. I see 42.
That's Cooper Courtwright that'll make his way out.
And
yeah, he's just going to catch, so that'll be Cooper that's getting loose. Time is called, and that's going to bring Coach Keene out once again. And when you see that slow walk out there, he's letting this guy get down in the bullpen and get loose a little bit, so he'll stand out there and visit. And he'll take as much time as until home plate comes out there and gets him, because you're giving Cooper an opportunity to throw. Got Coach Marler down there with him, getting him loosened up. Brown makes his way down a little bit further. Well, that's when you see all of the coaches go down there, you know that that all they're doing is giving Cooper a little bit of time to get loose, because Brady, I think they're done with him. This is not really anything of encouragement as much as it is getting him loose. But anyway, 3-1. Vikings lead this one, and there'll be that walk out there from home plate. 3-1, Vikings lead this. They've got a couple of runners on and a run in, and that made it 3-1. That was that Crew Chandler home run to left field. Really put a charge into that one.
Looking beyond the fence there, Doug.
Then a base hit. Yeah, there you get some of the fans that are in attendance here. A lot of those will be out at Buffalo Wild Wings on Sunday. Well, they can go Saturday, too, if they want to. We won't be there, but, yeah, we'll have them out there.
Yeah.
McDaniel looking in. And time is called there. And, again, McDaniel not really in a hurry.
Oh, my gosh.
Woodworth, Louisiana, listening to us there. That's right.
Where's that at?
Ball is thrown there. That's our buddy who he had last weekend and this weekend off. That doesn't make sense.
And have not heard any, hey, pick me, coach, put me in. I haven't heard any of that yet.
No, he's not. No, he's enjoying things. Got his feet kicked up there in Woodworth, Louisiana.
He's going to need something for it's over with.
Tacos, that's what he likes.
Tacos.
He likes Rio Rojo and those. He sure does. That one misses up and away. Again, this is Bo Carter. Carter reached on a base hit and scored back in the third. Was retired. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon, and now he's facing a 2-0 count. Warriors are trying desperately just to keep it at this 2-run margin. Base hit here could really put some pressure. Looking to square, and does. Beautiful bunt there. The only play is going to be at first, and that's a great sacrifice by Carter that will get runners over to second and third. Silas Indris goes to second. Indris will go to third. Micah Johnson will go to second, and that's the first out via the sacrifice. And Brock Jordan, who also has a base hit and a walk, he's reached both times.
I almost feel like Airline is being patient too, because almost like they want to see a new pitcher.
Well, no, I don't think you ever want to see a new one when you've got the timing down pretty good. Logan Markle is going to come in from center field, we believe, and so that's going to get Cooper Courtright to come into center field to play there. And it is a BU Designs pitching change.
Look at there.
How about that?
Great friends over there, BU Design.
That's right. For
Putting together
all of your crafty little needs, you check her out at Facebook. It's BU Designs by Melissa Gans. She made these handy shirts that we've got on here, and my socks, and put this decoration on my shoes. And
what?
And that's, look, it's everywhere. Oh, my dogs all have logos on them.
Come on.
So we'll be back after this. It is a BU Designs pitching change. We'll be right back.
At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And we are back in this one. Logan Markle, the left-hander, another 8th grader that will come in to throw here. He's thrown a couple of no-hitters on the season, really looking good. He will face the right fielder, a little lefty-lefty matchup against Brock Jordan. Jordan has a base hit and a walk and has reached both times here. On the bases, you got Indris at third, Johnson at second. And Markle will try to keep them both right there. He calls time to visit with Davis just a little bit and get the signals just right in there. So we did have our first foray into the college ranks this year. We did LSUA and LCU at Wildcat Park. We will make our way over to Generaltown April 16th, and we'll call that rematch of it. It's General Day out there, and that hits. Oh, no, he throws it behind is where it looked like it came from.
Yeah.
Goodness, that one gets behind Jordan. So, yeah, General Day will be out there. You'll see a lot of the other teams that are out there. Coach Keene going to go out.
Oh, got to get that sleeve off.
Yep. Yeah, because it's white and it's on the pitching arm and could hide the baseball somehow in that.
He had a pink one on out here earlier, so I don't know.
Well, he has none now.
No. See how that adjustment comes now.
1-0 count here to Jordan.
Wonder why they didn't tell him that while he was warming up.
Swung through that one, and certainly a change of pace now from what they've seen. Markle throws the ball a lot harder. He comes in basically with 4 different pitches. He throws that fastball, the changeup, the curveball, and that pitch that actually dives into a right-hander. Kind of a slider, but not necessarily a slider, but does a good job changing location and speed, so you never really know what's coming from the crafty left-hander. Swung through that one and missed, and that's a good pitch there. But again, you go from the slower pitching of Brady McDaniel to that fastball that's pumping the mid 80s from the left-hand side, and it'll take an inning or two to catch up, and that'll give the Warriors an opportunity to see if they can get their bats going. But Drew Robinson has just been up to the task. He's been solid in this one, without a doubt, the right-hander from Airline. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jordan, the right fielder. That one is ground over to first base. Foul ball. Foul ball called right away, and B. Wells will make his way down into the corner to pick that up. Went so far. Yeah, the camera can't get him.
Yeah, I got this board right here that's...
You can switch to that left field camera, and we'll Can't be fun at the old ball game, can you? 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Runners at second and third. Airline looking for a big inning. Markle looking to shut things down here. The big lefty deals that one, swung on and missed, and that is a strikeout. 2 outs now here in the inning, and they'll indeed put a K on them. Jack Henry Smith stands in. He flew out to right field to start the game in the first inning, and then had a base hit back in the third. So again, this is the 6th person to come to bat for Airline here. They bat 7 in the last inning. That one over to right is going to be a base hit. Scores 1 run. Another one coming around, and that's the hit that Airline needed. That'll score 2 runs and make it 5-1. Base hit and 2 RBI for Jack Henry Smith. Back-to-back base hits. And that was just, just a little dink out there in the left field is what did it.
Great spot to hit it in for him. Make the runs happen.
Runner at first now is Smith, and Airline leads this one 5-1. Ground ball that Markle, now it goes foul off that back fence. Boy, what a terrible angle I had at it.
Yeah, same here.
Again, I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins here, 446 Sports, bringing you high school baseball action throughout this. Chuck wanted to fiddle with the signal during the game, and obviously changed his mind on that quickly.
No, definitely.
One of the great improvements that we made is that microphone that is back along the it's hung up on the fence there in the press box right above the batter in that screen that you see there. That's what's giving you the Chuck mic.
I could put it in one of those little pads on the back wall.
Could.
But we've seen how a baseball will get wedged in there.
Indeed it will. And look, we catch a lot of audio from where it's at right now.
Yeah. I'm afraid the mic would change its name to Murphy if that's the case.
2-1 offering coming up from Markle, delivers this one right down the pipe, evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And
so I found this book at Books A Million the other day. We were walking around.
Makes sense.
And it's called the Baseball Bible or something like that.
I feel you.
It's got tons and tons of information in it.
Okay.
And so that's what I started reading a little bit of.
That one hammered over to Powell. He fields it cleanly there. Throw over to first in time. But another big inning for Airline. They pick up 3 runs. That home run from Crew Chandler started it off. 4 hits in this one, 3 runs, and 1 left on. Due up for the Warriors in the bottom of the 4th. It's big-time Canyon Wright, Maddox Adelise, and the hottest hitter in baseball, Seth Cook, when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
We are back, Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. Airline on top in this one, 5-1.
Magnano says LSU is on the TV and 446 Sports on the phone.
It should be the other way around,
Thank
is
you.
what I'm believing now.
Thank you.
And he's a card-holding member of 446. Big time stands in there, ready to go. Robinson. Was that curveball in there for a strike?
As excited as he was to go up to Arkansas, I thought maybe he was a Hog fan.
Did you say a hog?
Hog.
Hog. Another curveball in there for a strike, and I don't know where that was. Well, Robinson's throwing that curve just right where he wants to. Goodness. 0-2 count to right. Throws it back a little more inside. Canyon still not chasing that one. We'll leave it there and watch that curveball work.
Okay.
Here's the delivery from Robinson.
Ooh.
And you'll hear chants of that where that's where the first 2 were. But again, standing in there and calling it here. Canyon back in the back of the box. You see 1 foot near the edge. Canyon takes that one down low, and K-Dub runs the count full after going down 0-2. Only run for the Warriors is that Seth Cook home run. He's due to bat third here. Here's the 3-2. That one ground over to third. He's got to back up, but he fields it cleanly over to first and in time. And it's been business as usual at third base for Aiden Hahn. He is just backed up, fielded, came in and charged when he needed to. Remember, he made that big play at the end of the last inning to come up and field that one and throw to first. This time he set back a little and stayed on it. But again, back-to-back putouts, 1 to end the third and 1 to start the 4th by Aiden Hahn, and that will bring up Maddox Adelise. Adelise takes strike 1. Struck out looking back in the 2nd, did Adelise.
It was a good-looking pitch, though.
Robinson rocks and fires this one, and it's lifted high and just going to make its way out of the infield. Shortstop camping back, and he'll get under that one, does Bo Carter. That left side of the infield.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 25, Seth Cook.
5-1 lead you throw to him. You don't. I don't think you pitch around him.
Yeah. You're just playing some atom ball right now.
You are indeed. You're reading your book.
Well, remembering.
That's right.
Having a little bit of a memory there.
Curveball to Cook, misses low. And yeah, I don't believe that Robinson's going to give in to Seth here.
Yeah.
Seth homered off the fastball, but you're probably going to see a steady diet of curveballs in this one. A 5-1 lead. You don't give in to him at all, especially with 2 down and nobody on. Here's a delivery. The curveball misses inside. Brady McDaniel, the pitcher to start the game, was relieved by Markle. is due up next. That one's in there. That's a good-looking pitch. So Seth takes that one. 2 balls and a strike there. You get a good look at him. Robinson comes set and delivers this one. That one is ground back foul. I don't think Seth had a good cut at it as much as he was protecting. Yeah. But Robinson coasting through this inning here.
Just measuring up, I think, getting some timing on that one.
Robinson delivers. And that one is ground over to third base again. Hahn playing it like he owns the base and throws that one away, and that's going to be safe. Came up and fielded it well, just unable to get that throw off of it. And Seth reaches on an infield single.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 19, Brady McDaniel.
McDaniel saying YouTube's free on his phone.
He said what?
YouTube is free on his phone.
He's got a good explanation for it. I agree with that. He says Tommy Tanks just went yard, and they're playing Vandy this weekend. Well, wow. The Tigers have been struggling throughout the year. When they got into conference play, it was a whole different ball game for the Tigers. It made it up as far as number 2, I guess, in that one. That ball came in, and it got Seth pretty good. We'll take a look at Cook as they check him out. Think it got him on that hand as he was diving back in.
Go get it, Brady.
Official coming over there and looking at him, and it did look like it got him on that forearm as he was diving back in with the ball.
What size shoes is that he's wearing?
I
about 9.5, 10.
Don't know. Back to action we go. Brady takes that strike down low. Strikeout victim in the second was McDaniel. So Robinson had his number back in the second. That one missing outside. And it just sounds a lot harder, like Robinson is throwing the ball harder now than he did in that first couple of innings.
Might have taken a breath there after getting rid of Cook, at least not homering out, putting him on base anyway, but maybe have a little confidence in him.
3-1 count on McDaniel. Robinson comes set, looks over his shoulder, now delivers. That one misses away, and McDaniel will reach. That'll bring Logan Markle to the plate following the base on balls. Wouldn't surprise me if you get a pinch runner in for McDaniel here. We play in the bottom of the 4th. They'll leave him there. The Warriors' struggles have been that they've not been able to get that timely hit when they needed it. Here's an opportunity for Markle to get that. Go back to that one behind the plate, Chuck, just a minute. I don't know if it got squeezed in a little or what.
Number 27, Logan Markle.
Looking at those two things on the side of it, but I think that's a good look for it.
Yeah.
That's our
might have got moved.
Ump cam.
So might have taken the
first pitch swinging. That's a base hit for Markle. And they're going to send Cook around third. He's heading home. It's going to be a play at the plate. Got him at home. Goodness gracious. And no slide. I don't know that Seth knew the ball was coming in, but a base hit and then out at home. I don't guess you have that on the replay, do you, Chuck?
I don't think I have it.
I don't think you have that. We'll see if
I don't know how long I set my replay up. Let's see.
See where we've got it.
No.
No, sure doesn't.
They're shorter.
It was a good replay of the umpire walking around. That was all we got on there. But a base hit from Markle, and Cook is going to be out at home for the final out in the inning. So the Warriors pick up 2 base hits. They leave a man on, no runs. After 4 complete, they trail it 5-1 to the Vikings of Airline. Due up for Airline, it is Hahn, Horton, and Chandler when we come back.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And we are back here, Merrill Blackburn Field. 1 ball, no strikes. To Aiden Hahn. Hahn stands in there from the left side. He is the third baseman for this Airline team, and has been playing solid over here. He had the throw that was a little awry, but I don't think it would have got Seth anyway as he was having to move over. But boy, the Warriors run themselves out of that one. Time is called as Markle was starting his windup. May have to see if we can adjust that just a little bit for you, Chuck. I'm going to piddle. That one is bunted there, and Markle's going to spin, fire, in time, over to first, and that retires Hahn 1-3 on the putout.
I won't be on that camera till you get it adjusted then. In case anybody's afraid of roller coasters ridings.
And all of the above.
On all of the above.
May not be able to connect back to it. That may be the problem.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
So because we are a little bit further out here, it somehow has dish connected. That was ground back up the middle. Seth's going to get it behind the bag. Whirl, throw, over to first in time for the out.
Nice.
Back-to-back outs for the Warriors. Score that one 4-3. It's second out, and that'll bring up Crew Chandler, and all he did was smoke one over the left field wall his last time up.
That guy.
That
Crew.
guy. That guy, Crew, indeed. Having trouble connecting to that camera up there, so at least we have that camera up there. Can't do anything with it. No, it's not a terrible shot, but we'll not be able to adjust it here, but that's all right.
It's okay.
Chandler stands in there, puts a hand up, and now settles in ready to go. You see Markle, the lefty, dealing here. Went inside. Boy, in the big leagues, they'd have got upset about that one. But that's certainly not a message by any means.
Yeah, they'd have mean mugged back at the pitcher there.
That's right. Just got away from the left-hander. That one down the pipe for the strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, top of the 5th. Markle making quick work of the Vikings here in the 5th, and that's what you have to do. It sounded like a big strike, so you can tell when the Chuck mic goes up.
Right. So much trying to keep
it's
down.
It's confusing me though. The 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Strike 3, looking down on strikes. 1, 2, 3 inning for Markle. Due up for the Warriors when they come up in the bottom of the 5th. It is Talon Ebnet, Jack Powell, and Cody Davis. When we come back, you're watching high school baseball on 446 Sports.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
And we are back, Merrill Blackburn Field. Somebody's. We're somewhere. Josh Brown Stadium. I am Doug Gann alongside my broadcast partner. We'll be bringing you Ash football in the fall.
Boy, I threw that one
Cat
out there,
right out the bag. We'll be bringing you Ash Trojan football come the fall. Leading things off for the Warriors here is Talon Ebnet. He had a walk back in the first, got all the way around to third, picked up a stolen base as well while he was there, and that one misses low. Just about to put a cap on this school season. Chuck, we've done, what did I say, our 286th broadcast?
I think you
that
said
one
that
is
right.
in there.
Yeah.
And now that includes games. That includes our ASL stuff. That includes our coaches' shows. That includes even those couple of times we did the test video that I didn't even think the camera was on, and it was, and recorded that. That one's up high at 3 balls and 1. But it's been a tremendous trip, and you guys have been right there for it the entire way. And, boy, that's 600 setups of the machine, of the equipment. Time you set it up and take it down. Misses outside. And the leadoff hitter, as Aerosmith tells you, has walked that way. Back-to-back walks for Talon, the third and the fifth. He has no official at-bats, but has been on both times.
You know, and Doug, in average, you might as well say we have been on air every single day in that average. You know, in the only 2 days.
6 carry the 1, yeah, absolutely.
Because with June and July being our off months, basically, with no school being in session.
However, this year, we're going to bring the inaugural Sinlaw Baseball Classic All-Star Game, June the 1st. It'll be the us against them type of game is what they're calling it. Rapides and a couple other parishes, north and south is what they'll do. And it's the parishes that are contiguous to Rapides Parish, and
yes,
then
I do know about that.
And then Wynn Parish as well. Got a couple of nominations from Winfield, a pitcher and a player that are on there. So get your nominations in. You can send that in to info at 446sports.com or Central Louisiana LA baseball at yahoo.com. That one ground over to third base, and Hahn is there. He's going to pick that up, throw over to first in time for the out. And so Powell moves the runner over in front of Cody Davis. And this is where you want. You got a runner in scoring position.
Grace Christian, number 35, Cody Davis.
Well, Hahn looked over to see if he had a chance perhaps to try on the double play, but instead takes the out. Just, again, that baseball IQ of Aiden Hahn has been impressive. He hits out of the 5 hole and really plays third base like he owns it. That one smoked up the middle, and it hits. Goodness gracious, that hits Simpson. Or Robinson, correction, I'm sorry. It hits Drew Robinson, the pitcher, and they'll quickly go out and check on that young man.
I'm just going to leave it on wide. I'm not going to zoom in on him.
Yeah, it looks like he's fine. Coach will come out there and check on him, and boy, that was a hard hit ball from Cody Davis. That's going to be scored a single. Man, you just hate to see that at all. But he gets a good round of applause as he's going to stand there. That young man, tough as nails. Well, recapping that thing, runners at first and third following that base hit from Cody Davis, and that will bring up B. Wells. Well, you got some big hitters right behind him. You got Wells there. Big time Canyon Wright is due up. Maddox Adley, Seth Cook.
Number 8, Brayden Wells.
B. Wells had a good shot at one a little earlier, diving for it and just missed it and allowed a run to score, but it would have scored anyway as the runner was set to tag. That one right down the pipe, so Robinson showing no ill effects of that hit ball by Cody that got him Not sure where it hit him.
He was not a victim of Elvis. He was not all shook up.
Swung through that one, and Wells was trying to put a 3 spot on the board with that one. Nothing in 2. Quickly the count to Wellesley. Davis over at first, and Robinson attempting a little 31 action there. Big shout out to all the fans that have said hello along on Facebook and YouTube. That one lifted high. Center fielder coming up to make a play on that one, and he's got it. There's going to be an opportunity. Bluffs the run because they're not going to go anywhere. It was a good throw.
Really good throw.
From center field by Silas Indris. Indris would have been close. Well, you go back to the last inning when Cook was out at home on that. And Big Time stands in there ready to go. We'll see if K-Dub can get something going here. 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Warriors trail at 5-1.
Have the shades been effective this season?
They have been. They've started getting that way. He told me after a game, he said, you got to get the shades back out. I hadn't seen them. Big Time puts a charge into that one down the right field line, but the right fielder's camping out under it. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out, and that will do it for the Warriors. Robinson comes back strong and gets a couple of outs after that pitch from Cody, or after that hit from Cody up the middle. Got him. Warriors leave a man stranded, and they trail it going into the, leave 2 men on. They trail it going into the 6th. 5-1, due up for the Vikings. Indris, Johnson, and Carter when we come back.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back, Merrill Blackburn Field. So apparently, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Ball had their Moon Pie Festival, right?
They did. They did indeed.
They did indeed. And so it seems like the whole world now is crazy about the little sun pie event going on Monday, this eclipse that is going to be out there. And schools.
Oh, don't get me started, Doug.
So they're not letting them out of school for it, but they're saying if you don't go to school, that it's excused in case you want to watch the eclipse, a 4-minute eclipse with your family.
Yeah,
is that right?
They're not closing school, but they're saying if you don't go, if you choose to stay at home, then your absence is excused.
Does that count for teachers?
See, that's my. They didn't say it was just students.
They didn't say it wasn't.
So I have a screenshot, so I believe I might argue the point.
That's correct. Silas Indris leads this one off. He, back in the 4th inning, had a base hit and scored a run in the middle of that 3-run inning that they had.
Off his foot.
Fouls that one off his foot. 5-1. Warriors down to their final 6 outs.
They were 1-1 on the count. Is that correct?
I'll take your word for it. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Been a pretty good ball game in this one. Airline just has been very solid. They've bunted the ball a lot, and they've played that aggressive style of baseball, and the Warriors just unable to get things going against Drew Robinson. That one misses low and gets to the backstop. So anyway, back to that school. I mean, it's not. Well, now here's where the problem's going to be. Look at all the rain that's coming.
Yes.
That's forecast for us for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's a walk issued to Indris. So he'll reach on the base on balls. That's the second time he's reached. He is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. So are they going to count it absent? What if it's cloudy all day and you can't see the dadgum sun?
They've already put it out there publicly, so I can't see any retraction of that, because how are you going to hold it, too, that I saw the first one, but I didn't see the retraction? How are you
Because
gonna
it
hold
was
them?
covered up by the moon.
No, but
Yeah,
the announcement, yeah.
It was eclipsed.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway.
Yeah. So, and here's the other side. We're right around the corner is leap testing.
Testing.
Why would we, which is the high-stakes testing
Sure it is.
for many subjects.
Sure it is.
And doesn't understand why.
Right.
Granting them a pass from chance to teach.
I got you. And so that one is bunted foul. So there's a number of
that was almost a balk.
Rain days built into the school year and weather days. That's right.
Whether it be snow or storm or whatever.
It won't stop a mailman, but it'll stop that, right?
That's right.
Huh. I'll be dadgummed. Anyway, back to the task at hand. It is Airline 5, Grace Christian 1. Top of the 6th we play. Markle looking in, goes back over to first.
That last pitch before that throw over there, he came up and it's almost like he paused with his foot.
Right.
I thought he was going to step this way because it kind of felt like there was a little bit, which to me would have been a balk, right?
As long as he doesn't move. If he stands there and just holds it, he can hold it as long as he wants to, like a flamingo. There's a snap throw down. Got a chance at him. Oh, they call him safe over at first. And, Chuck, we might have that replay. Well,
let's see.
Oh, we got nothing.
Nothing. No. Zero.
All right.
Zilch.
I'm going to quit calling for him then because Chuck's made a change. And I think that one was more me just giving him the business.
Thank you. What's the count?
1 ball, 1 strike here to Johnson. Boy, that one was close over at third base or first, and that one now is thrown away. And just the Warriors playing a step behind, really where they're at. They've been playing some of their best baseball. Score that one an E1. Just not been timely hitting, and small town snow is pulling out. So you see the little green roof heading out of here. Big shout out to our friend there at Small Town Snow. Again, anywhere you see that little green trailer, and there's a trying to play, but Indris having nothing to do with it here, as that was well scouted beforehand, but great effort by our guys.
Nice.
So Ebnet now has made the move to center field. We talked about it being Courtright perhaps, but Courtright is over in left field. Talon is patrolling there in center field, and Indris was having nothing to do with that play from the Warriors.
It was not. I would imagine they may have seen that in a few of the fields.
A time or two. May have saw it on one of our 446 Sports broadcasts.
We know that it has been watched. You're right.
Attempting a and that's one of the things. This Airline team, Chuck, again, we saw that, what was it, the New Iberia did that a lot when they came up here and played. And it was just that small ball type of approach, and that seems to be the Achilles heel for these Warriors.
It does, and it just we've seen Grace play some small ball.
Right.
And it's just like
defending it has been a little bit of a struggle for them. Markle throws that one up high, and it is a ball. And Airline trying to add every little bit of run that they can. 3 balls and 1 strike. Yeah. Runner at second base. Still, got to believe Johnson will be trying to lay this bunt down.
Why not? You got one more room in here.
Right.
There's only 1 strike on you.
Don't forget, we'll be back on the air at what time tomorrow, Chuck?
4:46.
Absolutely, we will.
Whoa.
That one called a strike, and
don't toss it away too soon there, buddy.
Don't toss the bat too early. Markle trying to settle down. And, boy, as a coach, that just really gets you if you're unable to get that sacrifice because they want to get that runner over to third base. He's in scoring position technically, but you'd like to get him at third base with less than 2 outs. They will host Rapides High, the Mustangs, tomorrow.
They will.
Rain out from Tuesday. Swung through that one and down on strikes is Johnson. First out of the inning, and Bo Carter will stand in there ready to go. He had a sacrifice last at-bat. He is 1 for 2 on the night. Scored a run. Matter of fact, back in that second inning, scored the game's first run, did Carter. Carter, the shortstop. That left side of the infield is just solid.
Yeah.
He and Hahn over there at third make for a formidable left side of the infield.
Long pause here.
Marco trying to watch that. That one is lifted. Epnet drifting back. He's got it. Runners are not going to advance. Ball was hit too hard. Couldn't really do anything. So a good job by Talon Epnet to come in and get that one. Played that one well, and that's 2 in a row retired. And that'll bring Brock Jordan up. Brock Jordan struck out in the 4th, had a single and scored the second run of the game back in the 3rd, and walked in the 1st. So he's been on a couple of times here in this one.
Softball season's starting to wrap up. I believe Tuesday is the last games.
So what happens if the rain gets them and washes them away?
I believe it is the last games for regular season unless it's a district game. I think they may have to apply or appeal to get, I guess, one date. Or they'll just, if they don't, they'll just have to say, hey, you should have played it sooner.
Right. Got time, indeed, and that's going to bring out.
That was a ball on the first?
Yeah, it was a ball. And Coach Brown coming in, making a pitching change, and that will get Courtright in there. And so those of you scoring at home saying, wait a minute, what's Marco coming out for? I'll tell you what Marco's coming out for. Marco's hit the 34 pitch mark, and that tells me he's going to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is what it tells me. Or he's going to be available for tomorrow in that one because at 35 pitches, he's got to put a 24-hour rest in, and that would put him having to rest until Monday. So that's why Marco comes out right there at the 34 pitch mark.
Battery level low.
Battery level on which one?
My pitch count.
That's plugged in?
Unusual, yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see here. Try to reboot here.
You get a good look at Cooper Courtright standing in there, getting loose. He is tasked with keeping it right here and giving the Warriors an opportunity. There's a lot of bullpen activity for Airline as well. They're just behind this wooden fence, and so can't really see who is there. Markle did his job, gave up the 3 runs in the 1 inning, coming in, giving up that base hit after he came on in relief of Brady McDaniel. Warriors have not gotten that timely hit tonight. If you're looking ahead in the bottom of the 6th, you'll see Maddox Adderley, Seth Cook, Brady McDaniel, Logan Markle, and that group. The Warriors will try to put something together, put 4 or 5, 6 batters up there where you get an opportunity to get that core group back up there in the bottom of the 7th if you do so need that. So your battery, what now? You just, the plug it came.
Plug didn't like something, I haven't touched it, so that's, who knows.
Interesting.
We do have a few more mosquitoes flying around, so it could have been one of those, got in there and wedged his little nose in there, kind of pried on it somewhat.
That's right.
Hello?
They shut the door on them is what they did.
They did.
All right, Brock Jordan stands in there. 1 ball, no strikes, and that's why you see him just get one pitch in, and that was, again, you see Logan back in center field now. is where he's at. And again, like I said, that leads me to believe he'll be on the hill for the Warriors tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cooper comes set and delivers this one high up and out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. He inherited a one-ball count. 2 balls, no strikes.
I mean, he inherited a 1-0 count.
Yes, that's right. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Mm.
There you go. Got the Chuck Mike back up.
Got
There's
Markle
a
right there.
Good picture of Logan's head.
Nice haircut.
The delivery from Coop. That one misses away, and 3 balls and no strikes. No correction, ball 4. So there it was. Yeah. Now you got runners at first and second, and the hard-hitting Jack Henry Smith stands in there. JH, I hear shouts through the crowd. Coop stands in there. So yeah, if he would have thrown one more pitch, that one lifted out here, and that's going to drop in front of Logan. He pulls up and unable to get that. Here's a play, a laser home and off, and it bounces around. Runner would have been safe, but the ball gets in there, so no harm, no foul. A great job by Logan to come up there and keep that runner at third. Good piece of hitting, and so what you do, you say, well, he should have dove for it, but he did a good job getting to that one, and that's exactly what you wanted out of Lowe right there. So Jack Henry Smith gets the base hit, and he loads them up for Drew Robinson. Boy, and the hits just keep coming out of this Airline squad. Stays back on a good curveball and takes it. Strike 1 to Robinson. Nothing and 1 the count to Drew, the Vikings pitcher. Another curveball, and it's lifted high. Coming up to get it is Epnet, and he's got it, squeezes it there, and that retires the side. So a long fly ball from Robinson. No runs come across the score. The Warriors keep there. Again, we told you looking ahead, Adelise, Cook, and McDaniel when we come back in the bottom of the 6th.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Merrill Blackburn Field finds Airline and Grace Christian. Silas Indris on the hill for Airline in this one. Silas Indris, number 17, takes over. And he'll face Maddox Adelise to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th for Grace Christian. Forget we'll have Grayson Rapides tomorrow. Go on the air at 446 tomorrow. Why wouldn't we? That one ground to second base. It's going to be fielded cleanly and over to first in time for that one. 1 pitch, 1 out. Seth Cook comes to the plate. He is the only offense tonight for the Warriors. He's got the home run.
Why not go ahead and let him launch another one here?
He likes to hit home runs in double, 2 per game. He's done that 3 times this year.
Magnano sending you another LSU update.
Saw it yesterday. Larson solo home run and Tank's home run, and LSU leads that one, it looks like. That one lifted high on the infield. Second baseman slipped in the dirt. First baseman comes over there and picks that up. That was just a big high out. Smith goes under and gets that one.
Number 19, Brady McDaniel.
B-Mac will go in there. Brady McDaniel started on the hill. He is the pitcher of record in this one for the Warriors. Oh, I'm telling you what, coming in there and throwing this ball well is Silas Indris. And you got to figure he's got that arm playing center field for Airline here. You usually have a pretty solid arm if you're going to be at shortstop or outfield or third base. That one chased foul and into the night. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Silas Indris making quick work of the Warriors here in the bottom of the 6th, down 2 strikes and 2 outs. Here's a delivery. That one misses low, 2-2. It fills up, or it evens up.
Give a shout out to my buddy up there in the Airline. Used to work with him at Tioga, but Zach Pusho.
That's right. Strike 3 looking, down on strikes. And that is 3 up, 3 down. Great pitching performance by Silas Indris. And that ends it in the 6th. Due up for Airline, Aiden Hahn, Jack Horton, and Crew Chandler when we come back in the 7th.
At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field. We play in the top of the 7th. Airline leads this one 5-1. They scored 2 in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th. And the Warriors held to just the Seth Cook home run back in the 2nd. Warriors stepping in to play 5A Airline tonight. This was a 6:03 start for the Warriors. Courtwright throws that one in, fastball in there, but it misses out of the zone high. Again, catch Grace and Rapides tomorrow. 5 o'clock start. We'll be on there at 446. And I think Menard softball has a couple of games tomorrow.
They do.
If I saw, I don't know if
one at 11 and one at 4:30.
Nick prop my feet up and watch sports on TV. Magnano will be doing, not sure. I bet we find out quickly though.
Nick, not softball. He'll be doing baseball.
No, that's what I say.
Oh,
is
but
he
if he'll be propping
he's
his
going to
feet
be
up.
propping his feet up and hanging out.
Yeah. Maybe he needs to go out to the ballpark.
Nick, here's your invitation. Come on out here, and we got a headset for you, or you can do whatever you want to. He did a couple of weeks ago. I asked him to come out with me, and he was like, not doing it. So, all right. He was at the Moon Pie Festival.
Did he bring his RC Coley with him?
Spending some time with his lovely bride there. They were out at the Moon Pie Festival. He had visited Uncle Willie's food truck. It looked like had a turkey leg in one hand, had a rib sandwich in the other hand, and that bunt is back. Sandwich, I said, not even a sandwich. Good job on the play there from Coop to Wright at first base. Sacrifice does get the runner over, so send Hahn down to second base. First out is Horton, and that'll bring up Crew Chandler, who does have a home run in here. Turkey leg in one hand, rib sandwich in the other, and had barbecue sauce all over his face where he was just rotating, eating both of them.
Was he wearing a white T-shirt?
He did not. He
good.
at least he did prepare. He didn't have a 446 Sports shirt on, though.
Well, that's good, too, because we don't want him to dirty it up.
Right. Swung through that one and missed.
I mean, love to have had him one on there, but.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that I could pass on a rib sandwich myself.
I don't know that I could either. That sounds really good right now.
That one bounces around and going to get the runner over to third base. Reading that one is Hahn, and that was an easy play to get him down to third. And there you get a good look at Aiden Hahn. Aiden has played so solid at third base, it's only fitting that he finds himself down at third base.
Still waiting on that bird to come from the DoorDash.
Yeah, Braden was going to bring a hamburger out to us, and he didn't. I don't know. Braden's mom told us he would bring one out here. And
she did say one, so I'm not sure. I'm sure that was for you.
Ground ball to third base. Powell double clutches, fires to first in time. 2 down, but Airline puts another one across. A walk, a wild pitch, a stolen base, and a ground ball out results in a run. And that's as good of manufacturing a run as you'll find. Another RBI for Crew Chandler. He's got a couple of them tonight. The big one came on that home run to lead things off in the 4th. 2 down here, 6-1. Now Airline leads it.
Oh, it was Uncle Willie's.
That's correct.
He said you had Uncle Willie's.
No, I don't recall that part of it at all. Silas Indris, who came on to pitch and just did a phenomenal job. If you're looking ahead, it's Logan Markle, Talon Epnet, and Jack Powell, 7-8-9 for the Warriors. And Nick sent us a text that said, I may be mistaken, is what it looked like.
Oh, yeah,
what
I
I
believe that's
read.
what it was.
Yeah, it auto-corrected it.
Yeah.
But 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down here.
I see mine now. Mine's a little slow.
You're what?
My autocorrect.
Right.
It's a little
So
delayed.
you see what I saw, it said. Yeah,
Yes.
you saw, I saw.
I see.
3-0 count to Indris. Micah Johnson waits on deck. That we don't have a sponsor on deck circle. to quote my buddy, Turkey Leg Magnano.
Oh, yes.
Rib Sandwich Magnano.
Rib Sandwich.
That's right.
Too bad I didn't have a turkey neck.
Right. That one lifted foul over the first base dugout and out of play.
That's another sponsor we don't have, a foul ball sponsor.
Right.
From Turkey Neck.
Nick just works it a little better than we do, I think.
Yeah. He's a working boy.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball inside. And they'll put a runner at first base.
Time.
See what they are doing, if they're going to run for Indris or what change they just made. That is still Micah Johnson. Courtesy runner over at first base. He had, and so in his top pockets, he had one of those, what do they call them things that they wear? It's got snaps on the front of it. It's all the overalls is what he had, okay? If you can imagine Nick there. Swung through that one and missed. Turkey leg in one hand, rib sandwich in the other, and 3 moon pies across the front in that little pocket that's up there. R.C. Cola in his back pocket, normally where the handkerchief goes. He was living the life.
Not a Snickers one, though, anywhere.
Not one. Not one. That one ground up the middle. Cook's going to handle it, step on the bag, and that will retire the side. But the Vikings pick up another run. Warriors are down to their final at-bat. Logan Markle, Talon Epnet, Jack Powell will have to start things off to get it back to the top of the order. We move to the bottom of the 7th. Vikings lead this one 6-1. You're watching high school baseball on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
And we are back to Merrill Blackburn Field. Grace Christian due up in the bottom of the seventh. They trail this one 6-1. And apparently there's some dispute between what Nick was eating and what he wasn't.
And then what you saw, basically.
Right. And look, that's been a couple of weeks ago, so I can tell you my memory is not the greatest that it was. I may be off a little bit, but not much.
Now, I've heard you talk about your memory. You can bring things up from like 20 years ago.
But not from 2 weeks ago. That one, Mrs. Lowe, is Coach Ladner makes his way finally around there. If you can't give a shout-out on a delayed get around to first base, what can you do? That one in there for a strike, a ball and a strike to Logan Markle. That one on a line over to first base. A good job at first to get that one. And Jack Henry Smith dropped away. Yep. So line out to 3 for the first one. Talon Ebnet, he's walked twice.
Must have been
sound like a youngster by the mic.
I did. I was going to say, sound like maybe a Yankee might have made these walk-up songs here.
Right.
Epinet.
Talon takes that one up high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Thought about taking a hack at it, too.
Don't forget, coming up after this, it is the Warrior wrap-up show. We'll visit with Coach Josh Brown. And tell you, he's not going to be happy about this one, but he does come out and visit with us each time, win, lose, or, well, there's no draw, so. Oh, and they called him out on strikes on one that bounced off of the plate nearly.
Wow. Now, which keynotes are you going to ask him about? About the third base call?
Huh?
You going to ask him about the third base call?
Might stay away from that one.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Boy, that walk-up music gets pretty loud. Jack Powell, the final for the Warriors, and that one grounds it out to shortstop, over to first in time. And this Airline Viking team has been as solid defensively as you will find. That wraps things up here from Grace Christian. Airline wins it 5-1 in this one. And a couple of the fans really disappointed in that loss there, too.
Yeah. They opened that window up there. I'm looking at it, and I believe they're fixing to bring in the cameras and the mics up, and they'd pulled that mic down.
Yeah, because they're banging around with it?
Yeah, they opened the window up.
All right, well, that's good stuff. Because they're trying to shut the window is what they're is what they're doing. Just an off night for the Warriors, but attribute that to the fine pitching of Drew Robinson, and coming in and retiring all 6 that he faced was Silas. Watch me end this, Indris. That's for you folks back at Airline. If y'all don't use that, I don't know what.
There you go, Pusho.
That's that's a closer name. Silas, watch me end this, Indris. That's good stuff. You can have that, guys, because a lot of them chimed in and watched the game, and we appreciate it. Give us a follow if you're on YouTube, and let us know. You like and subscribe and follow us over there on Facebook. We appreciate that.
I will tell you that Pusho did want when he first moved up there, the Airline, he says, look, anytime y'all want to come up here and call a game, by all means, we will let you do that.
So he told him we finally called the Airline game for him.
There we go.
Coach Brown making his way out here, and we'll visit with him momentarily about this one. Couple of questions in mind for him as we get him set up. It's almost like fishing. Now you have to just chunk it out there and see what we catch. There goes Chuck. And then we'll get switched over, get him turned back on. Coach Brown, I think you're there with us.
Yep.
Coach, tough night for the Warriors tonight. It was an Airline team that, if you just look at power rating and standing, but you throw all of that stuff out, this was a good Airline ball club.
Yeah, for sure. Coach Todd does a good job with those guys. They're going to be scrappy. I mean, look at their scores. I mean, they don't score a lot of runs, and they don't give up a lot of runs, you know. I mean, they've beaten some pretty good teams and played some pretty good teams close.
Indeed it was. Seth, bright spot on the offense. Seth Cook goes yard again tonight in this one. Tell me a little bit more about him.
He's hot right now, you know. He's seeing the baseball well, and, you know, he's got a good approach at the plate, and you just got to find a way to get some runners on in front of him.
Indeed you do. Coach, we'll go back defensively just a little bit. The bunt kind of got you again, too. They aggressively came out laying the bunt down on there. What do you do to shut that down?
I didn't think anything there. I mean, they had one bunt that I thought we could have made a play on. A couple other ones we made actually two good plays on, but I thought they had one really good placement bunt that kind of no man's land for the defense to do something with. Give credit to them, but you know, I didn't think that was a key factor in the game as far as us, you know, winning and losing. Man, they hit a ball that dinked over the third baseman's head there on an outside pitch. You know, if you take that off, and then I really was disappointed that the last run we got our third baseman playing it in, and nobody says anything about going 4. Just like we're in another world there in the last inning. I thought, really and truly, 3 runs they deserved. 3 runs they probably didn't.
Indeed, we talked about that as well. They had a good play. Talking about the bunt, the placement against the shift. We saw them bunt one when you had the shift around, and that's how you want to play that, evidently. But this seemed more of an exaggerated shift than we've seen. Was it the speed of McDaniel and you thought the pulling, or what did you see in the scouting report?
Well, we knew scout report, the pitchers they've been seeing, they've been struggling with a little bit, you know, the last 2 nights, you know, playing Parkway. And, you know, we got a good report from Bird and Coach Williams. You know, we trust what he says. And, I mean, the report was accurate, 100% accurate. You know, and sometimes baseball, the ball doesn't bounce your way. You play here, play there. And like I said, we hit some balls right at them tonight.
We did. We even, and Chuck made mention of that too, of the Adam ball. Indeed, you take Logan out with a 1-0 pitch. That must have meant he was at 34 pitches, and he'll have an opportunity to be available tomorrow.
Yeah, he was at 33. We just went ahead and said, you know, let's go ahead and shut him down. He's probably not going to be able to finish that batter, and we just said go ahead because him and Maddox, we want those 2 guys ready to go tomorrow.
Indeed, Coach. We look forward to it. We'll be out here. That is the makeup of the rainout game. That game goes at 5 o'clock tomorrow against Rapides. Is that right?
We have a change. We just got word there's no umpires available at 5 o'clock, so we have to play it early. We have to play at the same time. I think it's 1:30.
1:30 tomorrow?
Yeah, we have to play it up because of the umpire shortage. There's no umpires available tomorrow night.
They didn't want me to call it from out here, Coach. I got that for you.
No, hey, you and Chuck, man, why not? Hey, get out there.
That's exactly right. Coach, thank you so much. Tough loss tonight, but we'll go back and we'll get them tomorrow. Great season you're in the middle of, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
You got it, head coach Josh Brown, and you get the live update from it right there. Chuck, I'll get you back on the mic because I don't know if you heard that or not. But we'll see. We'll mute you first. Or actually, you had you muted, didn't you? And now we'll remute you. There you go. To mute and to remute. That means, yeah, there it is. So
mute, and remute.
Change there is that the game will be at 1:30 tomorrow. The game will be at 1:30 tomorrow. There's an umpire shortage, and there's not any tomorrow night. We don't know if that'll change what Turkey Leg Rib Sandwich Magnano said, if he'll come out or not. Our buddy Nick does a great job. Let me just tell you that. He does a fantastic job. Coming up on the 1-year anniversary of his addition to 446 Sports, that's the day that will live in Grace Christian infamy too, but we'll take it. So congratulations. He has been a great addition to us. He, along with all of us, part of that Ash broadcast crew, and looking forward to another big year of that. But we'll go on the air now tomorrow around 1:16 with that 131st pitch. Guys, it's been a great night. Chuck, thoughts on tonight?
Airline coming in here, I think it kind of caught us a little off guard by what we had seen. Was not expecting this. Granted, it wasn't a huge blowout.
Right.
But they did, like you said, that small ball, and we've seen Grace struggle with that. They play it well offensively. Defensively, they have struggled with it on the last few times. And obviously, Airline has done their homework on that as well. So they came in here well prepared, put together a good plan. And I have no doubt in my mind that Coach Brown is going to be working on some things. They might be working a little late tonight on a few things to get ready for tomorrow with those Rapides Mustangs.
If they're not out late tonight, they'll be here early tomorrow to get in the cage and to get some things going, and he'll talk to them for just a little bit. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. We appreciate all of those from Airline that watched the game tonight, all of our fans from around the country that watched it, and all the way over to Thailand
around the world
that watched it. We had a worldwide audience tonight, and grateful that we could bring Grace Christian baseball and high school baseball to you. It's been a blast tonight. We're going to get out of here from my man Chuck Perkins. I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.